My abuse started at a very young age. I would say approximately from the time I was, 1, 2. I don't know when it started, but it went on until I was about 5 years old. But I do remember the abuse and the overall feeling of this isn't right, and just the whole feeling of just being extremely uncomfortable in that sense of it's not right and this shouldn't be happening. I didn't know the difference between what was right and what was wrong and what should be happening and shouldn't, but my instinct and my feeling knew that it wasn't right, but I couldn't find that voice. I had no way to speak out and communicate to anybody that I was feeling these feelings of this shouldn't be happening and this isn't okay. As I learned more about abuse and about, the difference between right and wrong and what a relationship between a father and a daughter should be, it became very aware to me what did happen, and I was able to then come forth and say, Mom, I really believe that what went on when I was younger wasn't okay.
It was shocking. I didn't want anybody to touch my little girls. I was fearful for them and what they had to go through. I was angry at the courts because it was court mandated that they have visitation. I was angry at myself for marrying this man. I was a wreck. I was just a ball of emotion. I was tearful, angry. You can imagine the array of feelings. How does a mother describe the pain of having her daughter go through what she went through? It's so deep and so gut-wrenching. There are few words that can describe how you feel.
Therapy with the Kids Center has been so rewarding for me, I would say. They've really done a lot to help me and my family through this situation that we shouldn't have ever had to go through. But, some things are out of our control, and with therapy, I've been able to build hope for the future.
For whatever reason that she couldn't talk about it before or thought that I knew, or whatever the reason, that now I know developmentally that she has the ability to talk about it, to progress emotionally.
It gives me that feel of there are people that care about me and that don't want to see me struggle through the rest of my life. They're here to help me get through this and support me and my family. And, that's really important to me.
But she is actively understanding that what happened to her is something that happened to her. It's not who she is as a person. And in doing that, she is now able to achieve goals. She's able to speak about it. She's able to reach out to other kids. She is able to use it as a tool as opposed to a detriment.
Recently, when I was at a speech and debate tournament, I gave an oratory speech on the prevention of child abuse. An oratory speech is a persuasive speech. And after I gave that speech, a boy stood up and he spoke out about his experience with abuse as a child. And that is not something I was expecting. I kind of sat there in shock for a moment, and, I teared up. It was pretty emotional. Because, I wrote this speech with such passion and this plan to really get through to kids and persuade people to join together and, break down this wall of silence that so many victims suffer through with abuse. I wish that when I was dealing with the hardest parts of the abuse that I had someone appear that been through similar situations to say, we can get through this. There is hope, and you're not the only one. So for me to be able to speak out and really reach out to other kids, it's great. It's a great feeling.